Previously on the Lolbit Ninjago cinematic universe, our heroes have been dragged into a never-ending battle with foes from different realities and an evil organization called the Timebreakers who wish to revive Tabuu using the energy of the Lolbit variant. In order to combat this new dark threat, Lolbit Ninjago must forge new alliances to help him embark on a battle that will span across Earth and different dimensions. Eventually, the Timebreakers will be able to free Tabuu from his seal, and he would wreak havoc across the multiverse, where he'll destroy worlds and kill gods. And once he finally reaches Earth, our heroes are in for a battle of their lifetime. Many heroes would lose their lives fighting Tabuu, and many more would fall in the coming incursions that he would cause. All hope seems lost until Lolbit Ninjago discovers the power within him and is able to vanquish Tabuu once and for all. That is, Tabuu's will revived him and he causes a great incursion. It seems that the fight is lost, but with the calculative mind of Dr. Robotnik, he takes the energy of multiple Kirby's, and after taking the energy of both Kirby's and Tabuu for himself, he becomes God Emperor Eggman. With the power bestowed before him, Eggman created a realm in his own image called Battleworld. And now, with no Sonic, no Team Fazbear's, no Lolbit to challenge him, he reigns supreme for over a decade. That is, until now. Okay, Chu, so you probably won't going to believe me if I showed you that. Flask, you're my best friend. Of course I'd believe you if you show me something. So was it that you want to show me again? Listen, we sent out an excavation crew, and it's like they found something. They found some sort of spacecraft that they want us to help excavate. Okay then, what is it? You know, True, I suggest we get in contact with the rest of the corporation in order to study and research the spacecraft and see what its origins were. Chew? Flask, call the excavation crew. We must continue digging. Long before time had a name, there was only darkness, there was chaos, there was sorrow, and then God Emperor Eggman brought light and order to a lawless world. And then Battleworld came to be. And for years, God Emperor Eggman kept the balance, peace, and order throughout all of Battleworld and its many kingdoms. As you look up at your Baron with admiration, as he waved at you, I truly tell you that others would have preferred to pull him down. The envious forget to what station they were born in. Their natural position chafes as they crave to be something more. That is a sickness, and we are one of God's cures. Greetings there, Engine. Greetings, Meta Knight Corps. Is there anything that we can help you with? We wish to speak to your Baron. We are sent here to gather him for his trial. Alright, right this way. I'm Baron Cortex. It appears that the Meta Knight Corps is here to collect you. Baron Cortex. In accordance with the will of your maker, you have been summoned to Castle Eggman to answer for the crime of discord. Are you sure you have the right man? I am, but one could resist if one were so inclined. And by the off chance I am found guilty, will there also be sentencing for me today? The High Court has been summoned for the trial. Now then, brother, summon the warp pipe, like this. The warp pipe will always return us to Eggman Land. Shall we? Barons of Battleworld, you have all been summoned to observe the trial of Baron Cortex. Barons of Battleworld, I have assembled you all here for the trial of Baron Cortex. As I, Kathy Drake, I serve as the right-hand man of Eggman. I am his assistant, his voice, and his divine justice. As such, unless there is divine intervention, then my word is law. Baron Cortex, you have been charged with crimes of discord by House of Crom for secretly and illegally aligning yourself with DDD, Baron of Dreamland, in opposition of Eyeless. That is highly untrue. Baron Cortex, you have been violating border treaties by supplying... Listen, assistant, this allegation is absurd, seeing as you haven't even got both sides of the story, and seeing that there's literally an ocean between my kingdom and theirs. Oh, I'm obviously sure that Cortex would try and deny it, with all the receipts that you've been supplying DDD with weapons to attempt to take over my nation. Yeah, seeing as the fact that he once called me poor. I'm Baron Goodman, you always call everyone poor. You come into the house of Eggman in barefoot? You poor! Look, I'm a monkey. I have hands for feet. How exactly am I supposed to fit them inside a shoe? My entire kingdom can't. Silence. There shall be no more rude interruptions. Truth can often be manipulated, but justice, on the other hand, I hereby declare you, Baron Cortex, guilty. You shall pay restitutions to Baron Crom in either both gold or territory. No, you know what? I say give him the worst punishment ever. No longer being able to go to Applebee's. I say feed him to the sharks. Oh, I think not. Pardon? I said I think not. I request to meet my accuser in a fighting arena. Baron Crom will refuse, of course. And if he refuses, the charges shall be withdrawn, as a baron appointed by the Omni God himself. This is a luxury afforded to me. What the? You can't be serious right now. It is the law, Baron Crom. Yeah, what considers you to be above the law? Above God's law? Well, I would gladly take your offer. I wasn't talking to you, Baron. I was talking about your daughter, Lucina. If that's the case, I would gladly accept your... Lucina, this is no fight for you. Well, either you fight me, or you can return to your kingdom a loser. A disgrace to your family name. Very well, Baron Cortex. What the? He has a hovercraft? As assistant, please tell me this is allowed. Beep 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 beep. Lucina! As you can see, young Princess Lucina, you may be an excellent protege, I tell you that, but a smart mind always wins. Huh? On your knees. As you please, Grand Eggman. I care little for your petty disagreements, yet Eggman has saved you. Young Princess Lucina, perhaps gratitude is in order. The kingdom of Eyeless is just below the kingdom of Grand Metropolis, long rumored to be a favorite conduit for reaching the Babylon Gardens. You may have heard of this, correct? Where thieves and heretics work to cast me down from my throne. I have, Omni King, and perhaps these heretics may exist in your kingdom. And when faced with confession, these heretics always say one name, Crom. And these heretics always claim to be associated with you. So tell me this, Baron Crom. Have you been keeping traitors in your kingdom? As a baron of your kingdom, it is your duty to know everything that goes on in your kingdom. I have no such knowledge, my lord. If that's so. Meta Knights, place Baron Crom under arrest for his punishment to be... No, one of my barons of my kingdoms has betrayed me. A cancer that shall not be allowed to remain. Destroy his entire kingdom. Bring the entire house down. The entire royal family to be publicly... Father. You're right. Princess Lucina, I hereby appoint you to be Baroness of Isley. See it as you serve me better than your father. Furthermore, I order that Baron Cortex to be publicly whipped, and former Baron Crom removed from my sight. As you request, Omni King. As you request, Omni King. Father! Please do well, Lucina. God has given me mercy. Mercy. Mercy is only for the innocent. You get the hedge. I wish to see no such thing, my lord. Then let this be a lesson to any of you guys. You see, there is no such thing as a good man. Just God and his whims. I'm sorry, but it's time, Baron. Have any final words? Yes. When they come to pull you down, don't let them drag you. You jump and take as many of the bastards as you can. The hedge. A structure that keeps away the nightmares away from the rest of Battleworld. It keeps back not just a horde of zombies. The nightmarish abominations made from Dead Space. Legions of sentries made by the rogue AI Ultron. And the destructive power of the Oni. All of them evolving. All of them attempting to breach containment for generations. We and the Sentinels who guard the hedge have lost far too many defending it. It's a small burden for the job that we do. Right? Right. So, Miss Sato, you called me over here. Well, yes, Man Knight Corps Captain. You see, me and Dr. Flask have discovered a spacecraft. But this spacecraft, however, it seems to be much older than anything that was ever built in Battleworld. I'm going to task you and a battalion of Meta Knights to go to the scene and break off a piece of the ship and bring it back to me so that I can do further analysis. I'll send you the coordinates of the craft. Very well, Miss Sato. I shall gather a squad of Meta Knights to go to the location. Alright, Meta Knights, the mission is simple. We must gather a sample from the spacecraft and to have True Sato and her team examine it. We don't know anything about the spacecraft, but it seems very important. Stand guard. Captain! Stop! No! You know, Tipgum, I gotta actually thank you for using a magic to enhance my form a bit. No mention it. You know, I recognize you there, swordsman. You seemed familiar, don't you think? Who are you people? Well, let me introduce myself. My name is Tipgum, and that over there is my colleague, Lord Frieza. Now, I suppose you do yourself a favor if you want to live. Tell us exactly where we are. What is this strange world we're in? Well, only the believers call it God's domain. Some people call it Eggman land. But us common folk, we call it Battleworld. Battleworld, Eggman Land. Who created this world? It was God, the Omni King. God Emperor Eggman forged this world out in his own and made us all in his own image. So Eggman finally did. I didn't think that old Dr. Robotnik had it in him. Who's Robot? One more peep out of you and your head's going to be blown off. All I have to do with my tail is squeeze, you know. Frieza, that's enough. Fine. Finally I can breathe. I hope you go and tell Dr. Eggman exactly what happened. Tell us an old friend of his did this. What the hell, huh? You know, Frieza, Tip Golem, that wasn't quite wise of you to let your enemy escape like that. Well, you did have to just explode him like that, jeez. You seriously were just going to let your enemy escape and tell Dr. Eggman, did you? Yeah, Tip Golem, that doesn't seem kind of evil that you would just let our hostage escape like that. Listen, we don't know anything about this place. At least we could have at least, like, I know, you know, like sneak behind him and follow him to wherever Dr. Eggman resides. Listen, we don't know anything about this world, let alone trust anyone in it. Now let's gather the rest of the Cabal and let's head out and explore this strange new world. So this must be the place. Yes, once we investigate this area, we'll quarantine this little spacecraft. Yeah, right. So, Assistant, why exactly must I come along? Because in case anyone decides to attack us, you'll be there to defend me, man, rookie. I know that someone is in there. No, we're not. I literally just heard you. Come out now. But come out slowly with your hands up. Well, she knows this, she caught us. I told you shouldn't have made any sounds. But come on, I didn't want to leave them hanging, alright? So, does this spacecraft belong to you guys? Well, you see, let me explain the whole story. You see, like a couple days ago, I saved this whole village from being brainwashed by these gods that I accidentally angered because I disturbed their ruins and whatnot. Then soon after that, me and Shinosis here, were both transported to this strange world. And only recently, this world gained red skies, and there were these guys that call themselves the Cabal, and they seemed kind of fishy, so we went after them and went to the spacecraft. And wait a minute, you said red skies, right? Yeah, and there was this guy that had wings. That was the blue guy that had I don't know, blue blades for wings. Wait a minute, you remember? Remember what? You two must come with me to my monastery. Rookie, you come along with me. What's wrong, Kathy? There's something I want to reveal to you guys. And we must go to my monastery in order to do so.